Stephen Levin. I represent the 33rd District, which represents Brooklyn Heights and Gorham Hill and Park Slope, portions of Park Slope. I want to thank the EPA for coming out and doing this, and I want to share in everybody's desire to move forward on this, and this sounds to me like a very worthwhile endeavor. My main question is, in your experience in other sites where PRP might include a municipality, obviously that disqualifies a lot of very qualified groups that may be able to take on such, or a municipality or a utility. In your experience, have groups in the past or in other locales put together new groups to do this? Is that something that you encourage? Is that something that you guys foresee kind of being the way forward in a situation like this, where we have a lot of qualified and very active not-for-profits, many of whom either receive some type of grant or financial assistance from a utility that may be a PRP, or receive monies from the city?
Well, that is a conflict with state. It's definitely a conflict with under regulations they're not eligible.
Right.
If what you said, if a new group is formed,
right,
which does not have a relationship to a PRP, then we will consider that.
This issue has happened many times at many different sites, and 501c3 organizations formed exclusively and primarily for receipt of a tag grant is not uncommon. In many situations, that's exactly what happens. Many times we might find a community where a Superfund site has been identified and there is no environmental community group in existence, and one is formed primarily to receive that grant. So yes, it has happened many times at many different sites, and there is a wealth of expertise in the greater Gowanus area, and I would encourage those within this community who do have experience in managing grants, whether they be city or federal or state. I would encourage them, if their group is disqualified from receipt, or rather is ineligible to receive a tag grant, I would encourage them to get together with some of the other groups within this community to form an entity to apply for the technical assistance grant. Again, it's not uncommon. It's happened many times at many different sites, and it is quite successful. I know that sometimes there is a concern that one group is getting information that another group is not. The whole premise of the technical assistance grant program is to share information, and as part of the work plan and application, you have to state clearly what you are going to do and how you are going to disseminate the information that your technical advisor provides you.
One other follow-up, and I may have missed this because I came in a little bit late. Is there a deadline here, or is the clock run out at a certain point? Because obviously forming a new group may take some time. There's no timeline.
No, the technical assistance grant program does not have a timeline. It really is based on what the community wants when it wants it. Some groups decide that they want to use their technical advisor at the beginning of the process. For example, during the remedial investigation and feasibility study, when all of those reports are generated, you may feel that that's the time that you want to have a technical advisor to review those documents and comment on it. Maybe during the proposed plan process, when EPA presents its proposed remedy to address the site, maybe at that point you'd like to have the technical advisor on board to review that document. Or possibly when we've gotten past the remedy selection and now you're in the implementation and design phase, maybe at that point you'd like to have a technical advisor support in aiding the community in understanding the remedial design. So it really, there
a small site, I mean a $10 million site. And the tag, the tag money, $50,000, went very quickly. This was a 2-acre site. So I anticipate here, I mean, there's a lot of data that will generate. So the $50,000, hiring an advisor to interpret that data will, I mean, it will, the money will be spent very quickly. So we anticipate that there will be an application for renewal, and we renew at usually at the same amount, the $50,000. Thank you.
One more second. I'm going to allow, I think Christos introduced you to Cecilia Echols, who will be my stand-in when I go on my brief vacation. And she also has a lot of expertise in technical assistance grants, so I'm going to let her chime in on this.
I just wanted to mention that once you apply for the grant and you receive it, you have a 3-year time frame. In addition, the grants are also audited by the EPA. They are really watched. As Christos was saying, he reviews everything. A lot of people on the team review all documents that are submitted to the agency. But I also want to mention about the task. You can also hire someone to help you at different phases. That might be another way you want to go, which that process sometimes is a little easier.